Today, I am taking a closer look at Graham Stephan. In the court of the United States, a person is innocent until proven guilty.
But this isn't the court of the United States. This is the court of public opinion.
Is that right? Over the last month or so, Graham Stephan has recently come under fire because of the collapse of his sponsor FTX. Speaking as a longtime watcher of his channel and frequent smasher of the like button, I admit, I did see one thing that really shook my confidence in him, but more on that later. He released a video apologizing for his involvement with FTX, and that too came under fire.
I presume they all got given the same exact script by FTX because it was magically odd how every single creator came out and said the same exact shit.
Wonderful. Let's get a sample of this script FTX wrote.
To be overly cautious and remind people to move their money off of the exchange, especially during a time where everything is still functioning.
FTX US, again, the company that I work with, is still okay, but this is where you want to be cautious and understand that you don't want to be at risk and you want to take your money out as fast as you can.
FTX told the influencers to tell everyone to bail on them.
If you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you.
Okay, no. Actually, I was questioning how anyone could even think that. That YouTuber should probably take a closer look at what is in those speeches before making such a claim.
Agreed. This isn't the first time this particular YouTuber has raised concerns about Graham Stephan. I recently rewatched Sasha's video Crossing the Line from November 4th, 2021.
He makes a point early on in that video to say that he doesn't own any of these tokens, and therefore doesn't stand to gain financially, but he completely accidentally forgets to mention whether he is benefiting financially in any other way.
Interestingly enough, that was the only bit of evidence that Sasha even watched the video Graham made talking about Floki. The rest of Sasha's video focused on the Floki Inu website, dished insults, and the comment section.
This implies that Graham was receiving sponsorship money from the makers of Floki. Is that right?
I don't really know for sure, but judge for yourself.
It's just like any cryptocurrency that has the potential to rally in price, just be prepared that it could go down too. Throughout the last year, it almost seems like people have forgotten what it's like to lose money. And I bet a lot of people today were not around in 2017, where we saw an almost identical run-up in price before things completely collapsed in early 2018.
If I were the one paying for that, I would want my money back.
Yeah, I found it particularly persuasive.
You bought in on Floki after hearing that.
Are you sure you don't want to buy that bridge? It is a really good investment. You could set up a toll booth and everything. Get your money back in no time. Kidding, of course, I meant particularly persuasive not to buy it.
Alrighty then. What is the deal about the comment section? Surely, there is some juicy dirt there.
Actually, Sasha only talked about the comments between Graham, Andre Jick, and Meet Kevin.
Wait, what? Aren't they both YouTubers with plenty of FU money?
Yeah, I find it odd someone who claims to care so much about Graham's average subscriber didn't even bother to look at any other comments, but not to worry. I got those.
So now we will see the shilling. Wait, this isn't shilling. Darn it.
Darn it? What do you mean?
Darn it. The more guilty Graham looks, the better our video will do.
Maybe, but if I ever become famous, this isn't what I want to be known for. I believe in telling the truth. I don't want to be a Rita Skeeter. The comments between Graham, Meet Kevin, and Andre Jick were nothing more than friendly banter between friends. Graham does it on Andre's channel too. This is not at all what Graham promotes on his channel. But all this is old news. Let's talk about FTX.
If for some weird reason you never heard of FTX, it is a crypto exchange that recently went bankrupt after the owner misused customer funds. FTX sponsored many of Graham Stephan's videos. Is that right?
Yes, but Graham wasn't the only one. FTX sponsored many other YouTubers. To most people, FTX appeared to be legit. BlackRock and Sequoia Capital backed FTX. I suspect Sam Bankman-Fried, former CEO of FTX, used the fact that BlackRock gave them financial backing as a selling point to gain credibility with Graham Stephan and all the other YouTubers who promoted this garbage.
But BlackRock contributes to many startups as an asymmetric risk investment, knowing full well most will fail, a few will do okay and just a few of them will really knock it out of the park. In no way is it an actual endorsement of FTX.
Exactly, but that doesn't mean FTX won't use that fact that BlackRock backed them to make themselves appear legitimate to potential sponsors. The whole, "you can trust us," BlackRock did. It reminds me of that trip we supposedly won over a decade ago. The travel agency representative tried to convince me that the expo center where we entered the contest for the trip wouldn't risk their reputation.
Actually, the Expo Center said they were not responsible for claims made by vendors. Is that right?
Yes, that is what I told the lady on the phone, and she still insisted I was wrong while asking for my credit card number for a trip I supposedly won.
If you really won something, they shouldn't need your credit card number. Is that right?
Thank you, Captain Obvious, but with conviction she told me that just because the Expo Center trusted her, I should too. I figure that line of crap probably worked on most of the people she tried to scam, so I can understand why Graham may have fallen for a similar line from FTX.
Is that right? Fangirl.
If Graham were intentionally marketing a scam, I would feel differently, but so far, nobody has proven that is the case. There was one clip that the first few times I heard it came close.
If all 4 million DM'd you on Instagram and said, "We hate you because of this,"
I don't know, because I feel like part of my audience understands the financial aspect of it, and I feel like they would be like, "Yo, Graham, you're an idiot if you say no to this, and we get it." I'm hoping that would be the response.
That is damning. Now we are getting somewhere.
Not so fast. This was grossly taken out of context. The YouTubers who used that clip tried to make it sound like it was about FTX, but it never was. This has nothing to do with FTX, crypto, not even NFTs. This was about taking a sponsorship for a gambling site specifically. If we just play that clip a bit longer, you will see that Graham feels completely different about it, when it comes to NFTs, crypto coins and the like. The proof of that can be found in the original video that clip was taken from.
But haven't you gotten an offer for a crypto coin or NFT that was financially irresponsible to say no to?
No, because I think just the damage to the brand would be so much more than I would ever receive from that. Because I view just like what my next 10 years could look like, and there's nothing that it would, if they offered, well, even then, even if they offered $100 million to promote some bull crap NFT, I wouldn't take it.
That about wraps this up. Now that you have heard all the evidence, it is time for you, the jury, to decide. Is Graham Stephan a scammer or a saint?